yeah, it would just be a regular check mark on that one. So you would do like 15 over x equals x over 3. And then round to the nearest 10. So all the way across, up, down, partway. Do you guys see which one he's talking about? Possibly. You may not have that one because it was a question that not everybody had. How about that ladder and the slide one down below? There's a slide in the park that's 18 feet long. I think everybody got this one. Were you guys able to answer that, or do you want me to go over it at all? So I'm going to draw the picture first. So they want me to find D is my goal here. So first thing I'm going to actually have to find, so this is a right triangle. I'm actually going to have to find this whole distance right here. How do I find that whole distance right there? Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to do 7 squared, or 7.5 squared plus 18 squared. I get 380.25, and then I'm going to second square root that answer. And I get that whole distance is 19.5. Okay? So then I'm going to use that to find x and find y. So I do 19.5 over 7.5 equals 7.5 over x. So I'm going to do a check mark. Over, up, down, back. I'm going to cross multiply, and actually what I'm going to do here to keep this the most accurate answer possible, when I cross multiply this 7.5, I get 56.25, and then I'd multiply that, but then I'd divide by the 19.5. That's what I'm going to actually leave my value of x as, because if I didn't leave it as that, it's going to be this funky decimal answer that's non-terminating, non-repeating. Okay? To find y, I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to go all the way across, so 19.5, come up, 18, go back down, 18 over y. So cross multiply again, so I'm going to do 18 times 18. We get 324, but then we're going to have to divide by 19.5. That's how I'm going to leave y again, because it's going to give me a funky decimal answer. Okay? Any questions so far? Now if I know x and I know y, can I find d, which is what they're actually asking me for in this question? Can I do that now? How would I do that? Not Pythagorean theorem. Well, oh, yes. We could do Pythagorean theorem. If I was going to do Pythagorean theorem, did I actually need to find both x and y? No. Guys, I could have found just x, and then I could have used Pythagorean theorem right here. X squared, whatever we solve for x squared plus d squared is equal to 7.5 squared. I could have done that because this is a right triangle. Now that I have this and this, though, I'm going to find this by using a t. So I'm going to do 56.25 over 19.5 over d equals d over this 324.19.5. You can't see that, though. And then you're going to cross multiply. You get d squared equals this funky thing. And then you square root it. And you will get a decimal answer. And then you round. I think they want you to round to the nearest 10. So 1 decimal place. Okay? Or you can use Pythagorean theorem like you were saying before. Look all through that assignment again. See if there's anything else I can go over with you guys on this. Was it making some sense? The T's and the checks? So do you have a question that I can go over?
No,
Okay. Okay, so today we're actually going to do a work day. The quiz will only be over 7-1 to 7-3 tomorrow. So what you're going to do is make sure that this is finished for sure. And then in your supplemental sheets, so everybody take out your supplemental sheets real quick also. I think I numbered them for you. So supplemental sheet number 1 should be complete. Is that correct? Okay, so this is supplemental sheet 1. Supplemental sheet 2, I want you to complete. Supplemental sheet 2 has 7.2 and 7.3 on it. So we went over both of those yesterday. And then, so you're going to do page 2, and then you're going to skip ahead, and you're going to do page, 14 and 15. Go down to the bottom. Did we talk about geometric mean in the last unit or at some point?
We didn't really go in depth at all.
Okay. So to find geometric mean, this is what you do. You take the first number, you put it on top, you put it over x, then you put x on top and put it over that second number. That's finding geometric mean. You're essentially finding geometric mean whenever you're doing the t's and the checks, because if you notice, these two numbers across from one another on all those problems are always the same thing. So it gets you that squared. So then what I would do is I would cross multiply. So I get 64 equals x squared. Then how do you get x squared down to just x? Yep. So x equals how much? 8, sorry. So that's what you're doing there. Above that, you're doing t's and checks. And then page 15 is essentially the same thing. You just have some word problems with it. Okay? All right, so page 2, 14, 15, and then make sure Schoology is done. Today's a complete work day. You can ask questions all day. Please ask questions if you're not understanding. You are more than welcome